So I've been thinking a lot about the UNC hospital announcement, and one thing I feel like people are underestimating is that this isn't really just about one hospital. To me, it feels more like another signal that Wilmington is continuing to evolve into a much bigger regional hub, especially on the healthcare side. When you start seeing UNC expanding here, Novant continuing to invest, Scotts Hill growing the way that it has, and more conversations happening around medical infrastructure overall, those things usually create ripple effects that go way beyond healthcare itself. You start seeing more physicians, specialists, administrators, and other higher income professionals moving into the area, and that's naturally going to start affecting things like your housing demand, your development patterns, traffic flow, land values, and even which parts of town become more important over time. And honestly, I think we're still fairly early in that shift. And I think one of the most important parts of this is the level of institutional confidence that it represents. Organizations like UNC Health aren't making long-term investments like this based on what Wilmington looks like today. They're making them based on where they believe the region is heading over the next 10, 20, even 30 years. And to me, that's one of the bigger things people should probably be paying attention to. I think a lot of people still primarily think of Wilmington as a beach town, but it's increasingly becoming a place with real institutional growth behind it, and healthcare systems don't make investments like this unless they see long-term population growth and long-term demand. From a real estate perspective, I think it's going to be really interesting to watch what happens around Midtown, South Wilmington, Scotts Hill, and some of the surrounding growth corridors over the next several years. Not some dramatic overnight way where suddenly everything doubles in value or anything like that, but these kinds of large-scale investments tend to slowly reshape markets over time. And honestly, I've been paying a lot of attention lately to where Wilmington seems to be heading overall, and I think the next decade here is probably going to look pretty different than the last one.